And now, delivered to you straight from the 505's most news-biting source of tainment, it's the New Mexican Inquisition with Danger Caveros.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Welcome back to the Mexican Inquisition. We have another exciting episode. I'm proud to announce that we have a future leader of New Mexico, Israel Chávez, on the show tonight. Put our hands together. Also a good friend of mine, comedian Royal Wood's going to sling some jokes. How about that? All right. Well, thanks for coming. We have a great studio audience. What do you think about that, Sean? Right? Good studio audience?
Great. I think it's great.
All right, good. We got some jokes.
Great.
Let's talk about the news a little bit. What's been going on? The 2019 legislative session in Santa Fe ended last week. So what's good? You know, we got general funding for the fiscal year is up $700 million to $7 billion in total. That's pretty sweet. Teachers got raises. Yeah. That's right. We got a new sweeping education reform bill has increased spending for at-risk students by $100 million. That's pretty sweet. I like that. We increased the minimum wage a little bit. I like it. So that all sounds really good. So what's bad? Everything else. Literally everything else is bad. But what about the weed, Danger? That's what you guys want to know about. What happened with the weed, you know? Like, we didn't get the green light on recreation, but conditions for medical marijuana were expanded considerably. One of the interesting things is now children who need medical marijuana can have access to it while they're at school. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we can clap for that. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I can see it now. Teacher, I'm bored. Can I go to the nurse's office? I got the PTSD from playing Call of Duty. I don't know, I'm just kidding. Anything to chill these kids out. 8 Senate Democrats joined the Republicans in blocking the reversal of the pre-Roe versus Wade abortion ban. That's right. Yeah, that's no good. We wanted to cover ourselves since we have the Kavanaugh and all these people in the Supreme Court. We're a little afraid that Roe versus Wade might get overturned, so we wanted to get rid of our pre-Roe versus Wade abortion ban, so we're covered. And 8 Democrats kind of hit us with the old coat hanger on that one. It's not very cool. One of them was Senator Gabriel Ramos from Silver City. He told the press that he didn't want to encourage anything that would weaken the defense for life or compromise human dignity. You know, dignity for people like, I don't know, mothers who don't want to carry their baby to full term, maybe because their life might be in danger. People, dignity like that. I don't know. There was another Senator, George Munoz, who was unavailable for comment to the press because he said that he was having a family emergency. I wonder what kind of family emergency that was. Oh, we actually know what it was. It turned out his son's horse died. Don't judge him, guys, okay? Like, it does sound like a really fishy reason to dodge the press on why you're voting with Republicans when you're supposed to be a Democrat. But it turns out that you got to give him a little leeway because he is from Gallup. So. It's not a Gallup horse joke. It's like that's how they are out there. It's cool. You lose your horse and everything shuts down. Yeah, we kind of got stuck too from the older, more moderate Democrats. We're frustrating the younger, more progressive Democrat freshmen on a number of issues. The recreational marijuana, the minimum wage didn't get as high as we wanted. The abortion ban didn't get overturned. And also there was all those wedgies and swirlies that the freshman Democrats were getting in the bathrooms. Like, please, sir, may I have another? Finally, that fire that happened at the National Hispanic Cultural Center, we're getting some details on what happened with that. You heard about this, the fire that caused a flood in the building, causing millions of dollars in damage. It's absolutely devastating. Finally, some details are coming to light. It turns out that 3 total idiots, one of them happened to be the security guard of the National Hispanic Cultural Center, were all hanging out in the building, drunk, shooting their guns into the bosque, and it gets worse. Taking selfies with fake doobies that they had rolled from receipt paper and weeds that they had pulled out of the ground. It gets worse. And then they dropped one of the fake doobies that they had lit for their cool selfies into a mechanical room, which caused the fire and then the flood. It's absolutely insane. If only that education bill that we had just passed was retroactive somehow, we could dodge this. And if only that recreational marijuana bill had passed, then these guys could have just smoked some real weed instead of the weeds. Maybe if they were stoned, they would have just stayed home and played Call of Duty and gotten PTSD from that. But what else is in the news? Mountain lions in the foothills, guys. Are you seeing this? Mountain lions are being spotted along the La Luz Trail in the foothills, freaking out the decent sensibility white women that live up there. They don't like that. And that's kind of crazy because I could have sworn that we murdered every last one of the mountain lions. It's crazy that there's still some around. It's a little bit surprising that this story even made the headlines, given the way the news has been lately, since none of the mountain lions were shooting guns at anybody. Would have figured that's what it would take. Oh man, what's going on? Oh, this is a real one, guys. An Uber driver has murdered a passenger on I-25 in an unspeakable tragedy. There's not a lot of details. We don't know exactly what happened, but APD has already released the shooting Uber driver and said that they are not going to be pressing any charges. Then the Uber driver immediately pulled out his phone and gave an extra $2 and a 5-star rating to APD. Waka waka. We got a great show for you guys tonight. Stick around after these brief messages. We got Israel Chávez and Royal Wood. Stick around.
Would you like to advertise your business on the New Mexican Inquisition? Well, just contact us on our website at NMINQ.com.
Oh my God. We have thank you very much. We have a real treat for you today, a comedic performance from my good friend, Royal Wood. Put your hands together for this man.
Oh, it's me! Oh, it's me! Give it up for yourselves! Oh, man, to the audience. I would say all the beautiful people, then I would have to say all the beautiful women, because guys, I'm gonna need y'all to step it up a little bit. I'm just joking. Matter of fact, I went to a bar one night, and I saw this girl. She's wearing a suit jacket with a tube top and some acid wash jeans, right? Now, this girl wearing a tube top, wearing a suit jacket, some acid wash jeans. She was in a hipster bar. So she would have been like an 8, a 9, a 10 in the bar, right? But outside the bar, she would have been like one step away from being in a homeless shelter. I know, it's messed up. Like, inside the bar, I would have been like, dang, girl, can I buy you a drink? But outside the bar, I would have been like, dang, girl, can I buy you a sandwich? You know, that's what she looked like. I can't really poke fun about people and how they look, you know? I was walking down the street and some girl was like, Royal? I'm like, yeah. She's like, Royal Wood? I'm like, yeah, that's me. She's like, I know who you look like. And I was like, oh yeah, Dwight Howard. You know, I got the shoulders, you know? Tell me why she thought I looked like a swole-ass Urkel. I was like, come on, guys. That's silly. I'm gonna tell you guys some stupid jokes real fast. Somebody the other day asked me, hey, Royal, are you an Ariana Grande fan? I was like, no, I'm not a huge coffee drinker. Oh, I love that joke. I love that joke. I never want to take American karate because I don't want to willingly pay a white dude just to call him master. I know, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. So I used to work at Best Buy, right? And for one time when I was, it was like Halloween, right? I went out to Black Plague. Now, let me explain how I did it. You know, I just got one of those "Hello, my name is" tags. You know, I just wrote plague on it, right? You know, smart. It's a smart joke. It's a smart costume. But this one girl, she was like, "Oh, plague. Isn't that stuff that gets in between your teeth?" I was like, "Nah, baby girl, that's plaque." Oh, sorry, that's so silly. My son, matter of fact, let's give a shout out to the parents in the audience, right? Let's give a shout out to all the parents. My son, he just turned 7, and I think he wants to be a comedian just like me, you know? Because one day he said, "Daddy, I got a joke." And I was like, "All right, let's hear it." He was like, "Knock, knock." I was like, "Who's there?" And he was like, "You." And I was like, "You who?" He's like, "No, you're the joke." And, but I couldn't ground him because the punchline was really good. I run a lot of open mics and whatnot. There's one open mic I went to that I was running. This guy brought his dog in, and I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty dog. What's his name?" And first of all, I thought he said his dog's name was Roscoe. And so I was like, "Oh, your dog likes chicken and waffles?" He's like, "No, man, no. My dog's name is Rascal." And I was like, "Oh, so does he like to help the obese and the elderly with mobility?" I know, that's a rough one, guys. All right, but we're here. So, do you got time for one more joke?
We got time for one more. Go for it.
Make some noise if you heard this term. Behind every great man is a greater woman. Yeah. Y'all better clap on that. Well, behind every GameStop is a Sally's Beauty Supply. So, thank you guys so much for having me. It's been dope. It's been super dope. Yeah.
All right. Stick with us. We'll be right back in a second with a brief interview with Royal Wood. Come back. Come on down.
Would you like to advertise your business on the New Mexican Inquisition? Well, just contact us on our website at NMINQ.com.
I just like the smell of my hands.
Why did your face look like that, though?
Welcome back to the Mexican Inquisition. I'm, of course, your host, Danger K. Rose. You just saw a performance of stand-up comedy from this local heavy hitter, Royal Wood, everybody.
Hey, that's me. That's my name. Hey. Thank you for having me on, Danger. Thank you.
Put it there, pal.
All right, buddy.
So how you been doing? What's going on?
I'm doing pretty good. Just doing a lot of shows. Just working a lot. Just being a part of the community. This is every day. Just working.
Being a part of the community. What does that entail?
Just like the comedy community, if you will. Just doing a lot of shows, being present at a lot of open mics, talking to a lot of other comedians. Just, if anything, just helping them get to where they want to be, as in just like advice and stuff like that.
So it's like do everything you can except make them funnier.
I would say that just because
you do make them funnier.
Yeah, I honestly, and that helps me out so much for my soul, just because it's like I am able to help somebody else out on something that I know about.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how have you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in like forever though.
I see you at the mics too, man.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like we don't really like connect when we're there because all your friends are there and it's not cool to talk to.
Oh, no, it's not. Trust me, it's not like that. I mean, as a matter of fact, our kids got to hang out one time, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, how's your little girl doing? She's good.
She's very good. She's
Cool.
damn near fluent in Chinese.
Ooh, really?
Impressive. Yeah. She's 9 years old. She's been going to a Chinese tutor since she was 4 years old.
Oh, nice.
It's not too late. Put your kid in there.
All right. Yeah, he actually just turned 8 on this past Friday.
Oh, that's actually too old to learn Chinese.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But no, just working a lot, just being on the road and stuff.
You're going to a festival soon, right?
Yes. May 2nd through the 5th, I'm going to be featured in the Trinidad Bicycle Comedy Fest that they have up there. There's going to be a lot of heavy hitters from like Chicago, Denver, like Sam Talent, David Jabori, like a lot of big hitters up there. So
now this bicycle, what's it called?
It's the Trinidad Bicycle and Comedy Fest.
So it's also bicycles as well?
Yeah, like people can rent bicycles. They could just do a jaunt around the town. Yes, I did say jaunt.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the most prestigious bicycle and comedy fest that happens in Trinidad.
I believe so. Right. This is my first time actually attending. So we have a couple others from Albuquerque. We have Angora going. We have Zach Abeda.
Angora, that's the head writer of our television show.
She's in the audience right now. She's so dope. She's so dope. Yeah, I'm talking about you, girl.
So keeping in mind that this show won't air until next week, what kind of shows do you have coming up locally you like to plug?
So if this show airs like around Tuesday, I'm hosting a show over at Zulo's. It's going to be around 8:30. Well, excuse me, it's going to be around 7:30. It's going to be an open mic first, and then we also have some featured comics after. Zachary Abeda, Josh Fournier, Allegra Olmstead. That's going to be at Zulo's. And then I also host the Casual Wednesday open mic over at Red Door. That sign up is around 7:30. And then I have my own show called Pulling Your Leg or Poke Poblano. That's going to be on Louisiana and Montgomery, the Poke Poblano. That's going to start around 7:30.
Can't say that 3 times.
I don't want to. It's going to have Kenda Jean Brand. It's also going to have Angora. And the headliner is going to be Holly Ann Bird.
Okay.
And then also on Friday, I have my Motley Collector show that I host as well. That's going to have Lottie LaRouge, Lila Stargazer, Boy Izzy, Mary Bird, and Greg Jonek. So the cover for that is going to be $5. It's going to start around 8. It's going to be at Twist nightclub downtown. And then Saturday, I'm just going to pass out. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do.
When are you going to have me on to headline your Poke Poblano extravaganza?
Once again, like I told you in the message, we will talk about that.
Okay.
But no, definitely, I will have you on that show. So.
I don't know why I checked my fake.
I know why.
When is this?
Oh, Pimple 30. But no, we'll definitely be on talks with that. So, and I do appreciate you always having me on the show and everything. It's a great show, man. Great show.
Royal Wood, everybody. Put your hands
they
together.
became our host.
We'll be right back after these brief messages with our special guest, Israel Chávez, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you like to advertise your business on the New Mexican Inquisition? Well, just contact us on our website at NMINQ.com.
Welcome back to the Mexican Inquisition.
What was that?
We got a great guest for you tonight. He's currently running for a statewide party leadership role with the Democratic Party. He's going to tell us all about that, as well as the award and precinct elections that went on today, maybe the legislative session. Put your hands together for Israel Chávez, ladies and gentlemen.
Here, I'll give you a hug.
Can we hug you?
Yes. Oh, of course. Always.
Woo! All right, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Welcome on the show.
Yeah,
this is very fun.
absolutely.
This is electrifying. You can feel it. We should touch our buttons together. We won't do it. They won't be caught on camera.
Maybe later.
So tell me about what happened today. We had a big day in the Democratic Party in Mexico.
This morning, Bernalillo County had their ward and precinct elections. So precincts are the smallest political subdivision that we sort of could think of, I guess. And they're a collection of neighborhoods. Folks get together, they elect their precinct chairs, and out of every precinct, everyone gets seats on the county central committee of the Bernalillo County. And the way you get more seats on the Bernalillo County is you turn out more Democrats. And then the Bernalillo County Central Committee will meet on April 6th, and they'll elect their state Central Committee members. And then those state Central Committee members will vote on executive leadership, chair and vice chair of the party, who are automatic members of the National Committee.
Okay.
So it's you can't have the National Democratic Party without these little precincts.
Right, the smallest ones you can think of.
The smallest ones we could think of.
I bet I could think of a smaller precinct.
Maybe.
It's like right here, and it's just you and me.
Just you and me?
So
And our buttons?
Who's the leader of our precinct?
Of the precinct, right? If
This one.
we could take turns.
Okay, I like it. Okay, cool. Who's the leader of the precinct that we're actually sitting in right now?
I think this is outside of my ward. So I'm the precinct chair of the precinct just a couple streets over.
So you're a precinct chair.
I am.
As of today.
I was vice chair of my ward, and I just got elected precinct chair.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you. It's a great way to be involved with your. It's a great way to be involved in your community. You know, if my neighbors say, "Hey, we've got a pothole," I know the person to call, and we get it fixed.
That's what that is?
Well,
Fixing
I
potholes?
mean, that's what I do. I think of it more of like an agitator.
Oh, okay.
You know the phone numbers to call.
I'm listening. Yeah.
So there you go.
So what did you have to do to get to where you are? Like a lot of people are really cynical about politics. You know, you had to sell your soul. You had to do some sort of shady deeds. But what did you do to become the chair of your precinct?
Cement shoes for the last precinct chair.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, so we had to, we kept,
I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. All right.
You just sending people 4 feet down to the bottom of the Rio Grande.
They better not be
4 feet
5
down.
foot either.
They got catfish nibbling at their ankles.
no, you get your neighbors together, you get your neighbors who are Democrats together, and I live downtown, so most of the neighbors are Democrats, and you get them to show up, and you get them to vote and get involved, and anybody who's registered Democrat in that precinct can vote for the chair of that precinct.
Okay. Okay. Do you notice any sort of difference in turnout now compared to earlier years?
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of new people, which is great, right? Right. And I say new. I don't just mean like tons of young people. I mean tons of new faces, people who have said, I can't just sit on the sidelines. I have to get involved. And we need folks involved at every level. Not everybody needs to be a governor or a member of Congress or a city councilor. They can be a precinct chair. They can be a ward chair. They can be a party officer. That's another way that we can stick it to the guy in the White House.
Okay.
So,
Stick it to the man!
so speaking of the guy in the White House, I prepared a joke for your show. Can I tell it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the Mueller report came out yesterday, right? And I heard that Trump isn't going to send it to Congress because he's Putin it off.
He's putting it off.
I don't need to do comedy ever. I don't!
Trying to prove
Hey, you won him over. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's weeks. It took me weeks. Got it.
But the Mueller report just came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's going to say. We probably never will until he gets subpoenaed to testify in front of Congress, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's
they're
wild.
going to suppress that document. They're not going to let us read it.
Well, even the Republicans are asking for it. Republicans in Congress want to see what it says too, because they're not letting anybody read it, right? Because it probably says some pretty damaging things, right?
Right.
There was that scandal with the golden showers, and it's probably in there too.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
It's not going to be good. So back to New Mexico, like what's next for the Democratic Party? What's next for yourself?
Yeah, so I'm running for vice chair of the state Democratic Party, and as I said, if I win, I'll be a member of the national committee. A big part of that is making sure that the national party knows how important New Mexico is. This last election was huge for us. We elected the first House delegation in the history of the United States that is completely diverse, right? Hispanic male, Ben Ray Lujan. The first Native American woman in Congress, one of the first Native American women in Congress, and then Latina woman in southern New Mexico with Xochitl Torres Small.
Soji, Deb, Ben, we got them all.
Yeah.
We got them in there.
Yeah, so
Very
we did a
good.
really good job.
Yeah!
Really good job.
So what do you think you can accomplish as the vice chair of the Democratic Party in New Mexico?
So what I want folks to not be so down on party politics. I want folks to realize that the Democratic Party is the largest infrastructure organization that's ever existed in the United States. Precinct, ward, county, state, national. No one can exist without the proceeding. And to be on the state central committee of the Democratic Party, you know how you get on? You get elected.
Right.
You know how you get on the Republican state central committee?
You get appointed?
You pay for it.
No.
Yeah.
You do not.
I swear. You have to pay. There is no election. If you can afford it.
Wow.
And if that doesn't tell you what you need to know about the parties, right, at the grassroots level, because they're just people. We're just neighbors. My ward chair for the last 6 years has been this adorable, wonderful little old lady. She's a party boss, but she's just an elderly woman who wants to help and wants to knock doors. And she recently gave up her post to some new folks, right? She wanted to get that new leadership in, and really it's just people getting involved.
It's amazing. That's fantastic. I didn't know that about the R's over there. That's crazy.
But are you surprised? That's the better question.
I think I might buy myself a leadership position.
Steve Pierce did.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. It's not.
Murmurs,
There's no.
murmurs,
You don't have to. Ooh, it's not shade if it totally happened. It's like it's hot in here.
Is he here? Is that the surprise? He's gonna walk out.
In a three-piece suit like Appador. So, are there any? We got the national Democratic primary races underway. Is anybody there that you're excited about?
So I'm excited that we have folks running who are energized. I think a good primary is a competitive primary. It makes strong candidates. As a party, if I win party executive, I won't be allowed to take sides on a primary. Mm-hmm. So I'm not taking sides with these folks. I have pluses and minuses for all of them, and I want to see how they do.
Okay, maybe we can not go for more of like a values thing, but like maybe is there a particular candidate that you think is really good looking or smells nice?
I mean, the cute gay one is pretty cute.
Yeah.
Pete Buttigieg. I'm not going to vote for somebody because they're cute, but if I was going to.
So if there's anybody out there who's watching right now that wants to try to get involved in local party politics, what kind of a path would they take to?
So I think the first step is to go to the website, bernalillodems.org. It's the county party. If you live in another county, typically your county will have a website. It'll be Santa Fe County Democrats or Taos County Democrats. And just reach out. Send a message and say, I'm interested in getting involved. It doesn't have to be a lot of pressure. All of the central committees, County Central Committee and State Central Committee, are committees of several hundred people. So it's not like, you know, three folks sitting on at a table.
It's a
big group, and you can take on as much as you want. You can chair a committee, a subcommittee, or you can chair a caucus, or you could just be one of the folks who's there to support.
What's the pay like for a...
There's kids in the audience. You can't say that.
What's
Not touching that one.
what's the pay like for a party volunteer?
Big goose egg. Big goose egg.
Nice.
No, I mean, if I win this vice chair race, I will make exactly what I make now, which is nothing because I'm a law student.
Do you find it hard to juggle work with the firm and your schooling and the party?
Well, yeah. I mean, I graduate in May, so I'll be done with school stuff, thank God. But I don't work for a firm currently. I'm doing the law clinic program, which means that we take low-income clients and help them with their legal needs.
So you're about to graduate?
In May.
Oh, come on now. That is so great.
Thank you.
Now I suddenly regret touching pins with you. I would have rubbed some of that off on me. Maybe we'll do it after the show. Maybe we'll do it after the show. Well, if there's anything that you'd like to say out there to anyone who's listening, now's your chance.
I would just like to tell everybody, good job. I mean, New Mexico pulled it out, right? Figuratively, we did a good job with this last. You can have a gay man on the show and then not expecting to get gay jokes.
Pull out king.
Look, we did a good job. We elected great candidates up and down the ballot. We still have some work to do, right? We saw the state senate not come through on a couple of issues. Like I said, I can't play in a primary, but I can say I'm a little disappointed on some of the members of our state senate.
Yeah, that's true. I am also very disappointed, but we're gonna.
The work never ends, right?
We're gonna be.
There's always another election. There's always another presidential or governor's race or congressional or mayoral. If you live in the city of Albuquerque, there's an election every single year. This year it's council and APS school board.
So if you're vote happy, you got somewhere to pull that trigger.
You should live in Albuquerque because you'll get vote exhausted pretty quick.
That's very awesome. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure to have you. Been in our audience a few times, and I've been itching to get you on the couch.
I was like, can I ask to be on the show? Or is it like you have to be asked to
Yes, you can ask to be on the show. And if anybody out there would like to be interviewed on the Mexican Inquisition, please send us a mail letter, a paper mail letter. Send us a postcard. And you can get with us on our you've seen our Facebook, our YouTube, Instagram. We're all over the social media. You can find us on Comcast Channel 27, Facebook, and YouTube. One more time, Israel Chávez, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Folks, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be back again next week with another slamming episode. So make sure to stay tuned. Come back and visit us again. Peace out. We did it.